Hey, Exoticals, it's your girl back with another Exotical rant. You know what I was thinking about? You really want to know? I was thinking about why we can't maintain male friendships long terms as adult women, especially after college. Um, let's do a deep dive right into it, ladies. Number one, obviously, men start to like us, even if we're just, platonic friends. Number two, some may think our friendship will grow into an intimate relationship, whether they're like offering like a relationship or not, or just friends with benefits. They think intimacy is going to happen if they just stick around sometimes, which is kind of detrimental to us. And we kind of like, oh, that sucks for us. But like they really think that. Number three, a lot a lot of them want us to be their emotional dumpster until they find a woman they value. And I find a lot of girls that have low self-confidence, they think like they kind of like will be that ride or die friend for that male, and even sometimes sleep with him. And in the end, he still doesn't choose you, and they're like flabbergasted. It happens all the time, ladies. Um, why we can't maintain friendships with men long term? Number four. Um, Again, after college, it just sometimes doesn't work because you may want more, he may want more. And really, after college, as a woman that is wanting to date and mate and marriage, I wouldn't suggest it because you need to focus on your future goals and finding a husband if you're serious about that. If you're serious about really finding somebody, finding a partner, I wouldn't really suggest it because it just causes a lot of mayhem. Let's go into it. Of course. And then like I want to go into number five. You may just want to sleep with them out of desperation, sometimes drought or seduction because you guys are drinking buddies or something. And that's not really basis for a long healthy relationship. So like sometimes you just may want to like sleep with them because you're having a drought, or they're having a drought, or you're getting desperate because you can't really find anybody that you really feel comfortable with in that sense of the word of comfortability, care. You haven't found anybody yet. So like it just becomes like, oh, well, I feel safe with him. What would Exotical Rant suggest you do? What would I do? What I did is find male acquaintances that were beneficial. I wasn't trying to be super long-term friends with them, but I did know that having male friends are beneficial, like i.e. when you're moving or you need assistance, that you just need male presence. It's very helpful. So I did keep contact, in like a friendly contact with certain guys, but not like on a girlfriend basis. I didn't give them a girlfriend experience. Does that make sense? Number two, what should I do? Don't stay on the phone or constantly texting them. Again, they're not your boyfriend. Stop texting him. He's not your man. Stop contacting him. Let him reach out to you and check on you. Let even a guy that's a friend be the one that initiates stuff. Let him initiate contact with you. And if you do need something from him, let him be checking on you, and then you just mention it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's not your man. Y'all are only friendly acquaintances. Number three, only deal with them during business hours. Don't be on the phone late with them. Don't be like, especially like regularly, like once in a while, who cares? We're people. Once in a while, who cares? But on a continuous basis, you don't need to be like his nightcap. Does that make sense? You're not his girlfriend. You don't need to get his rocks off, be his nightcap, be his comfortability at night. You're not his girl. Again, y'all are just mutual friendly acquaintances. Number four, never feel like friends take the place of a husband or romantic partner. A lot of girls learn this later on, that friends cannot fill that gap. Friends cannot fill that gap if you're really wanting to have a husband, a family. You're really wanting to just like really have something that you really like in your life. You really want a partner, somebody you can come home to. Friends don't fill that gap. So what you really have to do, and what I have done, I'll put it back on me, ladies. What I have done when I was out there, I created a full life for myself. What does that mean? I started going to the gym. I started doing activities I love to do. I started taking vacations with my family or other people I trusted. Don't just take, girls trips and then don't come back. Um I started future planning. Literally only dating guys that I see that there would be some type of future with them. And I did not go places with friends like that in public where other men would see me with another guy and automatically think that is my man. I did not do that. I would just hey, if we're at school or we're at work or we're at a central location that we meet up at or something, or it's other friends around, that's what I would do. But I would not try to have a lot of private time with that person, because again, you're not my man. Number, I think this is maybe number 6, or I can't keep count. Maybe number 6. Remember, you are always the prize. Always and forever. You are the prize forever. Thanks, Lori Harvey. Yeah, that is the best advice I've heard from a woman in a long time, especially on the level of Lori Harvey, and of the on the celebrity visibility stature, that actually gave some really good advice to young women and just women in general dating. You are the prize. Remember that. Stop thinking that you have to do something for you to become the prize. As women, we are naturally born into our destiny. We are born into being of value. Does that make sense? Naturally, we are the givers of life. We are natural nurturers, and we're born with value. So don't think that you have to do something or be of service to a man, even a friend, to make yourself of value. If that were the case, a guy that's on the level of LeBron James wouldn't have married his current wife. She was a regular woman from his neighborhood. So you don't have to do something. Literally, I had a low paying job when I met my husband. I literally was a receptionist. Guys women that are naturally in their feminine, and they expect men to provide. So don't think that you have to get out of that in order to level up. Okay, let's go into the next one. What I did, what I did to not make men, just make a guy friend the center of everything I have going on, because I'm not dating or whatnot. Or what I did was I did so much, but I really I dived into myself. I dove into my accomplishing my private goals that I had been praying for. And I just really worked on myself. I worked on my happiness. I worked on my joy. I worked on things I wanted to achieve without a partner while I was single. I really did this because I realized long-term friendships with males or even females are not going to give you that experience of having a husband or having a romantic partner. It's just not. And I feel like a lot of girls, they just don't get it until they get it. They feel like a friend for a lot of people around will cover up their loneliness or subdue it for a while. And it may work for a couple hours, a couple days, a couple weeks, maybe maybe a couple months or years. But really, when you are making your life plan, you're not planning it to be alone. You're not planning to walk the earth for the rest of your life by yourself. We are naturally companion driven people. So that's not your goal. So let's not please don't go back and forth in the comments with me. But that's not our goal. As we are natural companions. That is our natural state. So one thing that I also did is and again, let's go into story time. I've had a lot of male friends. In college, I had a male friend. He was very beneficial to me. But I realized they always have expiration dates. I realized once he got in a relationship, the things that he would do for me, i.e., taking me wherever I needed to go, going shopping with me, taking me out to dinner sometimes, that kind of stuff would stop. Even taking me on vacations, that kind of stuff would stop because once he got in a relationship or met a woman that was open to having a relationship with him, which I was not, things like that would change naturally because he's focused on his girlfriend or fiance or wife, and our friendship just is not doable at that point. So I realized our relationship did have an expiration date, and I wasn't like sad about it, if that makes sense. I wasn't sad about it. I just accepted, like, all relationships, they have an expiration date. So I wasn't like, I'm gonna be so upset. No, it just happens. But just trust and believe. Like, you don't have to like be be that super bitch to your male friends, because like if they like you and you like them, they'll naturally ask you to be their girlfriends. They'll naturally ask you to like have more. And if you're open to that, do that. But if you're not, stop pretending to yourself that like things are going to get better if you just stick around. Eventually, once he meets somebody that he is serious about romantically, he will disappear from your life. And that's just facts. I mean, again, we talk like literally like me. I had a male best friend in college, and literally like after I started seriously dating after college, I mean, our relationship just wasn't feasible, like to stay in contact with each other. It just like our lives were pulling us in different directions. And I ended up meeting another guy friend before I met my hubby. But like, again, I was dating a lot. I had sugar daddies. I mean, I was living life. I did not care what people thought just until don't think this just happened, me not caring what people thought about me or their opinion on my life. This didn't just happen with Exotical Rants. I've always pretty much have been like this. I just didn't give a fuck. And I hate to say it like that, but I just really didn't, because I know people will always have opinions just like assholes. They will always have opinions, and you can't take their opinions to your heart and your head. You will be miserable trying to make them stop talking about you. Even if you did everything they said, they still will talk about you, especially as an Exotical. We are women that are sought after exclusively for our beauty, for our femininity. So they're going to talk about you anyway. So it's just wind in the air. Bye-bye. Ladies, I do think that long-term friendships with males are pointless unless they're like very platonic acquaintances. That especially if you're trying to like have conversations and talk on the phone and text all day, you like this guy, and if he's doing the same thing to you, he likes you, and you prolonging that friendship stage is going to prevent that relationship stage, that commitment stage, and that marriage stage. So if you really do like a guy or even a girl, stop trying to say y'all are friends for so long, because eventually they will meet somebody else and you will be pushed out the way. So be honest with yourself, be honest with people that you like, and realize this long-term friendships with males, especially, a lot of times if you're trying to get married to a man, it's just not sustainable. But that's just my take on it, because I mean, I've had so many male friends. I have a male friend now. We've been friends since since before I met my hubby, and it is what it is. I realize once he gets in a relationship, our friendship will have less and less time. I've had less and less time for him because I'm in a relationship. So like, it's just like stuff we used to do, we don't do all that much more because I do it with my hubby. So it just makes sense. Like now that he's actually talking to somebody else now. So we don't talk as much anymore. But like, I'm just saying, ladies, don't get stuck in the friend zone. A lot of women get stuck in the friend zone and they'll think it's going to get better. It doesn't. You don't even want to put yourself in that zone, because you don't want to be a woman that's waiting on a man to realize that you are relationship material. You want a guy that meets you and courts you, and y'all come to like real life milestones in a timely manner, and it's not just drug along. You don't want to be that girl that dated a friend and you guys dated for 10 years and then he realized after 10 years, oh, you're worthy of being a wife after nobody wants him. Like, I mean, after he dated everybody in town and fucked all your friends. It just is not sustainable. It's not a smart thing to do. And again, ladies, we're worth so much more. So keep your standards and like don't get just wrapped up in this friendship thing. Even with But yeah, don't get wrapped up in that friendship stage. I've seen a lot of girls try to be friends with guys they really liked. I've seen a lot of guys try to be friends with girls they really liked. And it becomes a hot mess. You end up sleeping with your friend. Things get weird. I think even Music Soul Child made a song about that. Like, it just gets too weird, and you don't want that reality. You don't want that reality for yourself. Go find a man that sees you and right away knows you're his wife, you're his girlfriend, you're the woman that he wants to put first, you're the woman that he wants to spend money on, spend time with, and really get to know. You want to be in that position, and I don't see myself like, I wouldn't see myself trying to be a long-term friend to a guy, especially if it's hindering my relationships. And I've seen that a lot of times when girls try to be long-term friends with guys, it hinders their relationship because they have a lot of male energy around them. And it hinders a guy from stepping into that spot and taking the lead over being your man because you're so dependent on your AKA friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gets real weird. So I would not suggest it at all. I would suggest doing activities with friends. I would suggest doing things that you enjoy doing, taking vacations with people that you trust. But I would not suggest trying to maintain long-term friendship with guys. And when you're trying to look for a boyfriend, you're trying to look for a fiance, you're trying to look for a husband, you're trying to really be sought after by men. You don't want that male energy around you. And let me tell you what that does, that male energy. Men know when you need a man around, but when men sense that you have other male energy, and you may not even know that you're acting in a way that tells them that you have male energy around you that is helping you, but you are. In the way that you talk to them, in the way that you may have met a man and you need him, he knows like, okay, she has another man around her. She has male energy around her. And it kind of deters you from like inviting that new male energy in because you're already reliant on that male energy. Does that make sense? I think sometimes girls, we forget that like we as human beings are very intuitive. So we know if somebody has a lot of feminine energy around them, and if they have, just like you know when a man has a lot of feminine energy around him, like you know it, and a guy can sense when you have a lot of male energy around you, and you may not necessarily be needing a real man right now because you're kind of using your friend as your partner, as your lover, as your confidant. Be very careful about that because energy will never lie. I swear, ladies, energy never lies. It does not lie. Let me know how you girlies feel because I swear, like I've been in places and men naturally, because I didn't have a male, I wasn't dove into other male energies around me. They could pick up I needed things. They would naturally pay for my stuff at stores, my groceries, etc. because they could sense I needed male energy around me. They will hold the door for me. They will give me carts in the store. They will help me get stuff off the aisles that were too tall because I'm a petite girly. Ladies, they know, just like you know when a guy has a lot of feminine energy around him, males know when you have a lot of male energy around you. So that's why I really wouldn't suggest long-term male friendships, especially after college, especially when you start really seriously looking for a partner, or even if you're in college and you're seriously dating. I would not suggest keeping a lot of acquaintances, yes, but all that constant conversation, constant texting, constant seeing them, it gets too much, ladies. It gets too much. And then you're going to be thrown off your goal of what you're actually looking for because you have all this persistent male energy around you. New male energy won't be attracted to you. It's just the nature of like law of attraction. Like, and I think sometimes we forget about laws of attraction and stuff, but it's so real. Like, so I don't know. It's so real, ladies. Like I've literally like had experiences when I'm like, okay, he know I really needed that. This guy just all of a sudden out of nowhere, I don't even know this guy. He just walks up and saying, "I'm taking you to dinner tonight." I'm like, yeah, I really needed to go to upscale steakhouse tonight. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Like it's like they just intuitively know what you need, especially when you're not dove into another male energy source. I don't know. We're going to expand on this, ladies. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Like and subscribe. And again, ladies, have a great day. Bye.